Last week we started our avoda on the midah of what Aish refers to as Savlanus. In modern Hebrew, Savlanut is just translated as patience. I think the more accurate word in modern Hebrew would be Sovlanut, which is tolerance. He's not talking about tolerance of ideologies. He's talking about tolerance of people and situations. And in his second Vaad, he focuses on what seems to be the underlying message in most of the Sefer Tomer Devorah. Sefer Tomer Devorah is explaining the Gemara in Rosh Yeshiva that tells us that after the sin of the golden calf, where Moshe is asking for forgiveness, Hashem presents him with the Middos of Rachamim, the 13 attributes of mercy as they are called, and tells him, whenever my children will sin, and they will do these, I'll forgive them. So he focused on the words, they will do these. See, we all assume it means when we say them, and that's what we do. All the slichos are around the Shlosh Esrei Midos. But the words of the Gemara are when they do these. So he goes through the 13 attributes of mercy and tells us that what's really required is that we behave this way. And when you go through them, there seems to be a common theme. The theme is how Hashem tolerates be it from slipping up all the way to outright rebellion. And he says that in order for us to earn that forgiveness, we've got to follow Hashem. We've got to be like Him. And that is that we have to tolerate people who have done things against us. We understand that the mitzvah of tikkun hamidos, the mitzvah that requires us to perfect ourselves, is the mitzvah of halachta b'drachav, Rambam says. The mitzvah of emulating Hashem. So certainly, if Hashem presents this as the collection of His midos, then they are included in the mitzvah of halachta b'drachav. Therefore, we are required to develop this attitude and this form of behavior. In Aish, he makes the claim that if these are the Yud Gimel Middos of Rachamim, that it must be that this is the essence of all of this that we call the halachta b'drachav being Hashem-like. It all begins with this. And the Baalei Mussar actually say that. If you can develop within yourself a sense of tolerance towards people that hurt you, then you are so in control of the way you think and behave. That is the key for the development of all of your midos. So we have to try to get a feel for just what the Tomer Devorah is talking about. I mentioned in passing last time, but now let's delve into this. One of the cornerstones of Emunah is the fact that there is absolutely no source to anything that we call power, energy, movement, or existence for that matter, other than from the Ein Sof, the infinity, Hashem Himself. All of existence, Rambam writes, all finite existence exists only through the existence of Hashem. The only thing that is independent of that is free will. Hashem bestowed upon mankind the miracle of being able to make choices of his own. Absolutely everything else that exists is determined by Hashem only. Our decisions are the only thing, they're the only exception. Hashem gave us an independent ability to choose. But even there, well, ultimately we make the choice. Who gives us the energy, brain power, emotional strength to be able to make choices? Hashem. So number one, when a person makes a bad decision, a person chooses to do something that's wrong, he is using the power Hashem gave him to make decisions independently, to go rebel against Hashem. Furthermore, when he carries out what he decides to do, if he's doing something wrong, how is he able to do it? You can't do anything. All the energy comes from Hashem. So Hashem is providing you with the energy to rebel against him. Free will goes so far. But we're not done. So this person took the intellect, the emotion that was provided by Hashem, and used that for rebellion. And then took the energy that just gives us the ability to do anything, to carry out that decision. He used the energy provided him by Hashem to go actually do an act against Hashem. And Hashem continues to provide him with energy and sustenance and a beautiful world as if nothing happened. He gives him air and food that not only sustains but also tastes good. And his digestive system works. And his brain continues to function. And his heart continues to give him deep feelings of satisfaction and joy. He provides him with his friends, family, and again, a beautiful world. Despite the fact that he took everything Hashem gave him and used it for rebellion. We have to emulate Hashem. When people whose energy is not provided by us, whose brains are not provided by us, whose feelings are not provided by us, they do something against us. and then they need help. So the Torah commands us not to take revenge. Not only not to take revenge, not even to mention to them, you see, I'm not like you. That too is prohibited. Be like Hashem. Continue to be of assistance to others, even if they turn against you. Now, that doesn't mean you don't protect yourself. Of course you protect yourself. Don't put them in a position where they're going to do it again. We are not fools. We don't turn the other cheek. But so long as you take care of yourself, make sure you're not going to be hurt. Don't allow your negative feelings to that other person to continue to live within you and grow within you, and then not allow you to help him in the future. You got to get past that. If Hashem can do it, Hashem who gives them everything, them, who's the them? We're also the them. Hashem not only tolerates, He continues to sustain. He continues to provide us with happiness, with friends and family. You got to learn to be like that. We've got to learn to be like that. So that's this week's project in Savlanus. Learning to be there for people who have hurt you. Not just forgive, but to be there for them. You're going to ask, how is it possible? Not only is it possible, it is so enjoyable. It is so rewarding. You feel so much better by helping someone who hurt you than by being angry with him. Anger affects your health. Anger keeps you up at night. Going out of your way to help such a person makes you feel good. And it makes you believe in yourself, whether or not you actually went through the logical steps. But you believe in yourself because you're like Hashem. This is where we're being like Hashem. If you can do this, you're in control of yourself on a level where all other issues are child's play. So I would say, don't necessarily start with the person who has hurt you the most. It's going to take a while before you can consider dealing with him like this. Let's start with somebody that's hurt you. Someone that has hurt you. Say once. And you have negative feelings. Stop and think what you can do to help the person. And actually do that and see how good it feels. That's a place to start. You manage to pull that off? Try another level, someone that hurt you a little more. See if you can do it. You manage to? Keep moving up. One day you'll be so big, you'll be able to deal with people that really hurt you in this light. And aside from the fact that there's a mitzvah of Tomer Devorah, see what it does. See what it does to you. We always speak about the fact that although mitzvahs provide eternity for our souls, really by doing a mitzvah you're feeding your neshama. But the same one who created our neshamas created our bodies, and therefore they're in sync, and it cannot be that something that's good for your neshama is bad for your body, and on the contrary, it's got to be good. This is not a coincidental fringe benefit that you feel good about it. Mitzvahs are dealing with every aspect of your existence, from your soul to your psyche to your physical being. By feeling the difference in your quality of life, you're going to get a whiff of what it must be doing for your neshama. So do this exercise. This is this week's challenge. See what a difference it makes to your quality of life. See how much more you believe in yourself. See how much more calm you are. See how happy you can be. I understand that there are some people where there's such a long history of abuse that you can't begin to think in these terms. It's complicated. There's too much within you that's just not allowing you to consider it even. Yeah, that is so. It'll take time. For them, it'll take time. And time alone may not do it either. At times we do need others to help us. And sometimes even professionals. But the point you want to arrive at is the point where you can acknowledge that somebody hurt you. And in a big way. And nevertheless, see what you can do to help them. Because that's what Hashem does with us. We rebel. We take everything He gives us and throw it right back at Him. And rebel. And He's there for us. See how great it is to feel like the Creator Himself. See how empowering this is. And do your best. Again, starting small. Starting with the easier people. Knowing that the ultimate goal is even for the most difficult. See how much happiness you're able to provide yourself. And reassure yourself that one day you're going to be like the Creator.